Hell yeah. Oh, damn. That hurt. KCMU 90.3 FM, baby. It's going down.
Who'd you
I ain't gonna even
hear?
tell nobody who I am.
That's
You
Dr.
just
Dre.
heard Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, Helter Skelter, Natural Born Killers.
Right, and before that, Keith Murray, and also new one from GMS with Get Loot, and I'm Nasty-Nes with a surprise guest in the
Nasty-Nes.
house. But I won't tell you who it is.
Don't tell them who I am.
Not yet. I won't tell you who it is, okay? Hey, real quick, programming on KCMU is made possible in part with support from American Music Rentals, offering the Seattle music scene a variety of sound and music equipment. Rentals on 43rd and Fremont Avenue in Fremont. American Music Rentals, all right? And coming up next, I ain't going to tell you who it is. You just hold on. That's up next, right after this on KCMU.
Sunday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. It's KCMU Rap Attack with your hosts, DJ Nasty-Nes and Mike C. Old school, new school, Miami bass, local music, master mixes, and hip-hop news. We play it all, and you'll hear it first. Sunday nights from 6 to 8 p.m.
90.3 FM.
KCMU Rap Attack.
Yeah. Nasty-Nes in the house, and tonight's guest is best known for putting hip-hop on the Houston map as part of the Geto Boys, and now as a solo artist with a brand new LP out called The Diary. Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't tell them who I am. All right, I'm joking. Tell them.
Scarface.
Man, what's going on, homie?
How you doing, man? Is this your first time in Seattle?
No, I've been here before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's cool out here, too.
When were you here last time?
I was here when I did Ice Cube. I did a show with Cube.
That's right.
And a couple other acts, man. But, you know, this is one of my favorite spots, man.
Cool. So
it just ain't really, you know, I didn't really get a chance to come out here like I should have, but you know how that go.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here tonight.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right?
here, though, for real, though. I appreciate you having me out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been a big supporter of you guys since
I
way
appreciate
back
it.
in the days.
Well, we appreciate it.
Speaking of way back, it started back when you were about, 13 years old? What got you into rap music at that time?
Well, I didn't start rapping professionally until I was, you know, about 16, 17, that first Scarface. And back then, you know, it wasn't about, you know, rap. You know, I ain't know you could make no money rapping. You know, my game was hustling back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is, how old were you at the time?
About 16. 86.
Uh-huh.
I was sworn into the clique, 1986.
Mm-hmm.
Sworn in, baby.
So I heard you used to break dance too, though, huh?
Yeah, I used to break dance.
And do a little beatboxing?
I used to beat. I used to do that.
Yeah.
Scratching.
All right, then, so...
I don't do that no more, though, Mr. Nasty-Nes. You know what I'm saying? I'm on something else now.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
So how'd you get hooked up with the Geto Boys?
I was just cold back then, man. I was before my time when I was, you know, young like that. Because I was talking about some streets, and everybody else was talking about some skills or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about some real live street drama, and they was talking about some you know, how cold they was battling. You know, so it was another group out there that was talking about some cool stuff like I was into. So, you know, we kind of hooked it up like that.
So Bushwick and Willie D, they were already together as a group?
No, Chuck Dog, well, Bushwick used to be a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I call him Chuck. Chuck Nice. Chuck
Right.
Dog. He was a dancer, man, and, you know, Willie D had his own thing going. You know, it was kind of like, I just met you, right? I just met partner right here. What's your name again?
GMS.
GMS, that's my partner from out here, too.
Mm-hmm.
GMS, and, you know, we just got thrown into a studio, man. We ain't know nothing about each other, you know, but we just made hits.
Right. Because at first, I know here in Seattle, a lot of your stuff was selling on the underground tip. It was like you guys were on a small... It was Rap A Lot, wasn't it, back then?
Yeah, but we wasn't no big old label, though.
Yeah,
We
but
was something small back then.
something crazy. So I'm sure you got paid back then, right?
No,
Not really, really?
not really my foot. We didn't get paid at all.
So where'd all that money go?
I was shorting a midget on the digits.
So
Money was as short as Bushwick a mile away.
So it wasn't until you got to deal with, what, Priority Records? That when you start seeing some money
I
coming?
started seeing some paper when I got with Priority.
Right.
I really started seeing some paper when I got with Priority.
I hear
You know, I ain't even see no paper when I was with Deaf American.
Oh, that's right. You was with them too. That's
Yeah.
okay. Now I remember.
But that's
now.
because, you know, I was 17 years old. I ain't know nothing about this.
Mhm.
You know, ain't no big deal though. You know, I don't hold no grudges. But,
Right.
you know, you have not because you asked not.
So Rick Rubin still owes you some money then, huh?
Hell yeah, Rick Rubin
Well,
owed me some scratch.
So I'll talk to Mix-a-Lot, see if we can settle that for you. Hey, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to my man Scarface. And, you know, you don't like being labeled as a gangster rapper. Why is that, and what motivates you when it comes to writing your lyrics? I mean, is what you write about what you actually see?
I ain't no gangster, man. I don't even, you know, I don't even portray myself in the public as no gangster.
Why do you think people label you as that?
Because it's something that they can't control. You know what I'm saying? Anything that America can't control either is a gangster or a threat of some sort to society, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm labeled a gangster because I'm young and I'm black and I'm productive.
Right.
You know, so, you know, that's why they label me that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't call myself a gangster, man.
As far as your lyrics go, though, is that from stuff you actually seen before?
That's from stuff I actually seen before. Nothing of the sort like Terminator 2 or Demolition Man. Something that'll never happen, you know. I ain't gonna rap about that.
Or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park ain't gonna never happen.
That's real, though, man.
You think that's real?
That's real. I saw a dinosaur the other night, man.
I was building with some Muslim cats, man. You know, I ain't no Muslim or nothing, but I was building with some Muslim cats, man. And they was telling me, you know, that that's kind of fake, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think them was like some big old birds or something.
So who are some of your favorite rap groups that you grew up listening to? And
Everybody.
And even now, I mean, any
Everybody.
Name like maybe two that stand out the most.
Everybody. I ain't like that.
Yeah.
You know? I listen to everybody.
East Coast and West Coast?
From on the West Coast, from Mix-a-Lot all the way down to Far Side.
Right.
You know, that's how far I go up and down.
Wow, okay.
You know, I listen on the East Coast. I listen from Nas to Two Live Crew. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't discriminating against it.
So you're pretty cool with all the rappers out there?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool with everybody. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
We all cool. Let's all get this mail.
That's right, I heard
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
All right, let's talk about your name, Scarface, because it's so weird. A couple of nights ago, one of my favorite movies of all time is Al Pacino's Scarface. Do you know what I mean, man?
You know what I'm talking about?
Now, has that movie played an influence on your name, Scarface?
It played an influence in my hustling.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I kind of kept the name.
So that
You know.
it's from that movie where you got the name Scarface then?
Yeah, it was kind of my hustle. The way I was hustling got me that name.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
except you didn't have a big pile of that white stuff and ended up
No, I
dying.
wasn't snorting. I was not getting high on my own supply.
Okay, I hear you, man. So,
Ned's trying to call me out.
hey, man, we can talk about anything so we can't cuss on the air.
There we go. We can't say but. We can say anything else.
So what do you do on your personal time? I know you're on a promo tour now, but when you're not recording music and all that, what do you do on your personal time? Are you married? You got kids? What do you like to do, man?
I got kids. I'm considering, settling down, because I'm getting old, man. I'm 24 years old, man.
That's not old. I read in the latest Source magazine that you're getting ready to retire in a couple of years. Why is
Yeah.
that, man?
Because I've been around since Heck was a puppy, man. You know what I'm saying? This is close to my 10th year in this, man.
Yeah.
It's rounding 10 years, man. And it's time for me to move on.
Yeah. So what do you
Yeah.
do on your free time then? What do you like to do now that you ain't hustling on the streets like you used to?
In my free time, man, I like to think about, I like to, map out my next move.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't really I like to boat, I like to fish, I like to, take my kids to the park type thing. It's like I'm trying to map out some things for the rest of my life, for my kids, for my family type
Word.
thing.
That's
That's my
smart.
map.
That's smart.
That's what I think. That's what I do in my spare time. I think of ways to make more money, to make it better for my little offsprings, so they ain't got to be like their old man was when their old man was coming up.
Yeah. So they're your new number one priority in your life, right?
There it is.
Okay. We're talking to Scarface, and Let me ask you this: Can we see?
Ask me that. Anything.
Can we see a new Geto Boys LP in the near future?
That is kind of funny though. Yeah. Nah, I'm just joking.
I mean,
I
serious.
hollered at Big Mike about 3 days ago, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in effect. It's definitely in effect. And if the record company talking right, and come up with the right money, cause this the biggest thing since the Cube and Dre thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really, man.
They waiting to hear from Will. They waiting to hear from Mike. They waiting to hear from Chuck. They waiting to hear from Faze. So we finna do something if the record company come clean with that.
Mm-hmm. You guys still keep in contact? You, Bushwick, and Willie D?
Yeah, me and Will partners. Will just got married recently, man.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Will like 27, 28 years old though.
Is he getting ready to retire soon too?
Nah, Willie like money.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie into the money blast. Big time.
I hear you. All right, well, let's move into 1994 now.
Let's move it in.
New LP out called The Diary. What do you want our listeners to know about the new album? What stands out the most? What do you want them to look forward to in the new album?
I want them to listen to my old albums and listen to my new albums and peep the growth, man. I grew up, Some people, when they put our album out, they tend to regress,
Mm-hmm.
The money change them.
And so what in your new album has changed from your old albums?
I'm just broadening my styles, my musics.
Lyrically and musically?
Lyrically and musically, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing up, man, and I'm sure that, if you ask somebody, they'll tell you that, Face is growing up.
Right. And is that on sale now, The Diary?
On sale now. As a matter of fact, I put it on sale. It's got a real cheap sticker price,
All right, so go out to the record store near you tomorrow, or even tonight, because Tower Records closes at midnight.
Ty closes at midnight.
Yeah, 365 days a year, man.
I'm gonna squeeze by Ty's then if Ty open.
No, Tower Records.
Oh, Tower?
Yeah, Tower.
Oh, I know Tower.
Right. Hey, the video, man, I peeped out the video the other night. I never seen a man cry. Now, that video is so deep, I can compare that to My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. Did you have a lot of input on the video as far as, like, directing the video? I mean, it seems so real.
I kind of had, I had that in there in directing.
Mm-hmm.
But my partner, CJ Mack, wrote the script to that. We directed,
I mean, were you pleased with the outcome of the video?
Oh, very.
I mean, it just fits the song perfectly. I mean, it seems so real, man. I mean, it made you think after.
That's
you
a
saw
real
it.
song, though. That ain't nothing fake about that one.
Well, what's the song about? Why don't you tell
I
us?
Seen a Man Die is basically, I Never Seen a Man Cry is what you guys got on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about, how round the world is,
Right.
and how, when it comes around, it also goes around.
Yeah, a lot of partners just kind of like leave this world.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They come in, history repeats itself, man. I don't care what it is,
Yeah.
and in what form, it's gonna always repeat itself, man.
All right. Well, major props on the video, man.
Appreciate it.
I'm sure it's gonna get a lot of play because it's deep and one of the best videos I've seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Hey, any advice for our listeners that are coming up in the business? Anything I know you've learned through a lot of mistakes in the business.
There you go.
What's one advice that stands out that you can give our listeners in getting into the business?
The paperwork blast. Watch the paperwork.
Does that mean get a good lawyer or learn the business yourself and be your own lawyer?
Both.
Yeah.
Get a hell of a lawyer and be an even better lawyer for yourself.
I mean, what if you can't afford a lawyer? I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If you're young, what's the best way to learn?
That's in my case. What I should have did, instead of just jumping in with my pants down, bent over, I should have took the time out to just read the book.
Right.
Because it's a book that explains it all.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever record company you finna, I want to also remind everybody to not get a record deal with somebody who work at Popeyes or something. I'm sorry. What kind of fast food joints y'all got down here?
I think we got one of those out
You got a
here.
Popeyes? Don't sign no record deal with nobody who work at McDonald's, man. That's how a lot of people getting caught up in Houston. They be getting these. I got a record company and
Yeah.
talking like they the man, and you see them flipping burgers.
So there's nothing wrong with signing with a major label then, right? Or even
Depending on what the situation is, man. What the money look like. What the money look like in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Now what I want to know. What my paper going to look like in 98.
Yeah. So you've been around for about 10 years now, and it's just recently you started getting paid, right?
Yeah, I just started getting paid probably in 91, 92.
Oh, good for you, man. You deserve every penny of it. You know what I'm saying?
I do deserve every penny, man.
Yeah, and you give me a few pennies too, man.
And I sure will hook you up. Hey, we've been out there pitching pennies too.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, well, I beat Devin already.
Hey, I don't want to make you blush or anything, man, but Scarface is on the cover of the latest Source magazine, the newest issue that's coming out. You got the whole front page, Scarface.
That's me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's respect there.
I'm sure your parents are proud of you, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
my parents are proud of me.
get on the cover of that, man. That means you're large and in charge, you know. And I want to thank
There
you for
you go.
stopping by tonight to KCMU Scarface.
I want to thank KCMU for having me, man.
Always, man.
Really, I want to take the time out to thank the people of Seattle, as well as, you know, probably the only radio station out here that'll listen to rap music. You know what I'm saying?
It's the only one, man. It's the
I
only one.
appreciate y'all taking the time out to listen to Face. You know,
And I want to thank you for putting a radio edit of most all your songs so I can play it. That way I won't be kicked off the air, man.
put me down, baby.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and introduce your new single, and we'll play it.
Which single you want to hear?
I've never seen a man cry.
All right, well, this is Mr. Scarface, and I'm introducing my latest single, I Never Seen a Man Cry Till I Seen a Man Die.
Yeah, on KCMU Rap Attack.